Hey, Katrina. How are you doing tonight, hon? I just came on here to um, clear the air. I have a certain group right now that is spreading, they're spreading misinformation about me. They're spreading a false narrative. So I just came on here to kind of clear my name because, yeah. It's nice to see you too, Katrina. How have you been? There's been a lot going on with Gypsy here lately, and I will be covering that tomorrow. I'm going to do a face live where I show my face. I'm going to be covering everything that's been going on with Gypsy because there's a lot going on right now. But you said I saw that. Stay away from those toxic groups. Um, you're hanging in. That's great. Yeah, it's just like I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but Keish, I think that she does nothing but spread chaos and drama every single time that she goes live. I mean, I'm no better, honestly, because I've been, I don't think I've been being the greatest here lately myself. I'm starting to get back to my, I'm passionate. That's the thing. I really am passionate about this case. And I feel like I got distracted because there's people in this community. There are people in this community that do not care. They don't care. They pretend to care, but they're disguising themselves as people that have passion and people that want positive change, but they don't care about that crap. Otherwise, they wouldn't be fighting on panel every day, all day with each other, or gossiping about other people, and they blame everybody else, dude. They blame everybody else. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never their own fault. Keish never takes any accountability. She always wants people to say sorry to her, and I've heard it. She's done it with other people. She wants people to be sorry to her, but she won't say sorry to anyone else. And it's just, I think that her followers are very, exactly that. They follow. And no matter what anybody says, they're gonna follow Keish for whatever reason. But when I told her on that panel that somebody that she associates with legitimately said that, I quote, I do not think Katie was beat enough as a child. I'm not lying, guys. That was said. But that was ignored. That was ignored by the chat. That was ignored. Um they just let that slide. How is that okay? How is it okay that somebody said, I do not think that Katie was beat enough as a child, when in fact I was beat a lot as a child. I was severely abused as a child. I almost died at the age of 10, and I don't know really what happened before the age of 10 because I've blocked a lot of stuff out, but I remember something really bad happening to me from my ex-stepmom at age 10. She tried to unalive me, and she beat me really bad. And guess what? I became numb to that kind of stuff. I became numb to it, and I still loved her. And so for somebody to sit there and say, I don't think Katie was beat enough as a child, that is diabolical, guys. But it was ignored. Keisha's chat ignored that. Okay, let me read the comments here because I'm getting worked up. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. They want me to cry. They've been saying it all day. Oh, if she goes live and she cries, make sure that you play the replay for me. And it's like, I'm not gonna cry. There's no reason to cry. I can hold my own. I can hold my own. At the end of the day, I can hold my own. And I'm getting back to the subject at hand starting tomorrow. I'm doing a face live. There's a lot going on that needs to be addressed right now as far as Gypsy goes. And I mean, there's a lot. There's a new podcast coming out. A voicemail was leaked. A voicemail was recently leaked, by Raina. Well, I don't know if Raina leaked it, but it was Raina's voice. And so, Katrina, I will do my own lives. Miss Till Jedi, you said you gotta stop going back. Block them all and don't go back. I will. I promise, guys. I promise. I know that I've said this before, but I think something's wrong with me that I feel the constant need to be accepted by people that, because I thought that we were all supposed to have the same goal. A lot of them claim to be anti-gypsy, and I don't know, I felt like something is wrong with me. I'm like, wow, even my own people don't even like me. What does that say about myself? Am I that bad? It makes me feel low. It makes me feel very low about my own self. And I'm starting to accept that I don't need people's validation. I don't need people to like me that aren't worth, they're not worth it. I have a lot of people that do love me and a lot of people that do care about me. And quite a few of you guys are right in here. You're in here. You're in the live. And so I really appreciate that. And I don't know. I just feel like a disappointment or something. I feel like I keep messing up. And it's like, how many times am I going to keep messing up before I just push everyone away? And that's not my intention. It's not my intention. I think it's like trauma related, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm sure somebody on here will be like, oh, you're using that as a crutch. But it's like the stuff that I went through growing up and the stuff that I went through in my earlier adult years, when I went and lived with my toxic aunt, I was told my whole life that I'd never amount to anything, that I would never be capable, and I started believing it. I started believing that, and it took me a long time to heal from it. It took me a long time to undo that. And I'm just not a very confident person. I'm starting to get confidence. Katrina, you said those people aren't your friends. Yeah, that's true. Tara, you said yes, that is an awful thing to say, honey. Don't give them attention. I'm not going to. Miss Till Jedi, you said, I honestly think you need to just block Keish and everyone that's been negative, but you have people who do support you. Quality is better than quantity. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I felt like something was wrong with me. I felt like something was wrong with me. That's why I kept going. That's why I kept going back, and that's why I kept going back in there or whatever, is because I feel like something's wrong with me because these people don't like me, because I'm like, wow, these people don't like me, so what does that say? A whole group of people don't even like me, and they're anti-gypsy, so what does that say about me? Oh, hey, Chloe. I forgot that I had auto accept on.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to come up here.
Okay. You want me to drop you?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot that I had auto accept on, guys. But, other than that, Does anybody have any questions? If not, I'm gonna get off of here. I want to get this, like, addressed now because I don't want to have to address it again. I'm not sad. I'm not, it's not even that big of a deal anymore. Those people, I don't need validation. I don't need validation from people that have very nasty, characteristics. I mean, people that just are very nasty towards each other. I mean, that was disgusting, but it's gonna be swept under the rug. That's the difference. Me, that wouldn't fly. If I said something like that, guy, let that sink in. Okay? If I were to say something like that, which I wouldn't say anything like that, but let's say that I did, that would not fly. I would be, drugged. But since somebody said it that is well known or whatever the case may be, it's going to get swept under the rug. It's going to be justified. And how is that okay? How is that okay to tell somebody that they were not beat enough as a child? Somebody that is legitimately has been severely beaten as a child. It's going to be swept under the damn rug. And that's kind of upsetting, because I know for a fact that there's certain people that would not get away with saying that for very good reason. But like I said, it's like cult-like mentality or something. Like, be a leader, not a follower. I don't know. Other than that, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. If you want to message me, you're more than welcome to. Have a good night, everyone.